Okay. Welcome back. You are listening to Five Picks and a Chick featuring El Gato, the podcast that gives you five NFL picks for people who love football and friendly wagering. However, El Gato, this week it's Championship Sunday, so we're just going to have four picks. Talk about both games, give you our pick against the spread, as well as the over/under.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm getting really excited about this coming Sunday. These games, it was hard to pick them. I know we're going to talk a little bit more, but I kind of struggled back and forth on what to do, where to go. But I'm going to give you my picks, and that's how I feel right now. But come game time, if I was to put in something, they might change. Before we get into our picks, let me give you our record for last week. Last week I went 4-1. My season record is 60 wins, 37 losses, and three ties. I'm at
Sounds
62%. El Gato, you went 3-2. Your season record is 49 wins, 50 losses, and one tie, and you're at 49%. So you can still get to
Mm.
500. You got it.
I,
You
yeah,
can do it.
I need to win two games.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. You can do
At
it.
least.
You can do it. We got this championship Sunday, and then we've got the Super Bowl. So you got it. I have faith in you, El Gato.
Thank you, because no one else does.
Oh,
Appreciate
I
it.
got faith in you. I know you'll be able to pull out a winning season.
Hey, how
Hey,
about some of those games? Excuse me. How about some
man.
of those games last week leading up to these games? I know we talked a little bit before we got, online here, but wow, that Bears Rams games was nuts. I mean, it really was. When you look at Broncos and Bills,
That's
heart pounding. I mean, I don't know. I was worn out after the weekend. I mean, I was just watching
yeah.
those guys compete the way they did. You know, in the case of the Bears and Rams, they competed for more than 60 minutes. Uh, Bills and Broncos, it seems like they went through 8 quarters of football the way they were going back and
Yeah.
forth. So, and then you look at the Patriots, the way they just demolished the Texans, and on the other side also Seattle. Really,
And the
really,
49ers.
yeah, taking it to the 49ers who had really no chance from the kickoff.
Yeah. Wasn't even a game. Wasn't even a game. That definitely was a disappointing game. I felt bad for the Bears because man, that last pass, and
Mhm.
I thought, oh, it's going into overtime. The Bears have it, and they could have. It just didn't happen their way. We had a big group of Rams fans sitting in front of us, and oh my God, when they pulled ahead towards the end of the game, they were elated and jumping, high-fiving, yelling, and uh, and so then when Caleb Williams threw that pass, it was like, wah, wah. It was crazy. Like
that
all the air was taken out of him.
that
Yeah.
was me, because I've got the Rams advancing, and when I saw that, to your point, I mean, I was like deflated, dejected, and I'm like, man, they just they're gonna let the Bears steal this game, and you figure Bears being a home team with all that momentum, the
Yeah.
Rams being as dejected as probably any team would have been giving up a lead like that on the last play. Well, not last play. All they had to do is make a stop on 4th and 20,
Yeah.
whatever that crazy number was. But that's football. It was an exciting weekend, which leads us up to this matchup, championship
No.
Sunday tomorrow.
It is an exciting championship Sunday coming up. Hey, so the first game that's going to be played that we'll talk about is the Patriots at Broncos. Patriots are -4 in this game, and believe it or not, Patriots are 0-4 all time at Denver in the playoffs, which that stat surprised me. But Bo Nix is out. The Patriots have yet to be challenged in these playoffs, in my opinion. They are top 10 in every statistical category. And I just think that they will be able to pull this one out. They'll win and cover. So I'm going with the Patriots -4. Now, on the over under, it's 43. I'm going to go with the under 43 in this one. I'm looking for a low scoring game with the top two defenses. Denver should come out trying to run the ball, which I think is going to eat up the clock. You run the ball, you eat up clocks. Bo Nix is out. It's Steedham, and I just think that they're going to keep it on the ground. So I'm going to go with the under 43 in this game. What are your thoughts on this game, El Gato?
I'm gonna go with you on both picks. I think the Patriots will win by a touchdown. I look at Patriots in this case. They have a tough run defense. Broncos on the other side can bring their own defensive pressure, especially with that defensive line that they have. The Broncos, I'm speaking of, with Bonita at the edge. We know how the Patriots on that left side, left tackle for the Patriots on the offensive line was really having some issues with Anderson for the Texans that first half of the divisional game. So now, can the Patriots offensive line, protect May against that Broncos defensive line? I think they can hold up, but it's going to be a challenge. To your point on Steedham being coming up with a backup quarterback in a championship game to get to the Super Bowl, what kind of pressure is he going to be under? But he's been in the system, in the NFL system already for several years as a backup role. I think he started maybe a few games throughout his journey in the NFL, but this is a different kind of ball game. Is to get to the Super Bowl. And I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think the Broncos will try to keep it on the ground. I think their game plan should be a field position game and let their defense just go out there and try to win it.
Yeah.
Flip the field when they can, and then rely on the defense to put May and the Patriots in some, third and long situations, and then flipping the field where Broncos can get it just maybe 2 or 3 first downs, and then they're in field goal range and kick the field goal and advance the game that way. So I am looking for a close game. I'm going to take the Patriots at the -4, and then I'm going to go with that under. I think it'll be a defensive battle, field position battle, where no team will, want to make a big mistake, let the other team, make it for them, assist them with it. So I'm going to go that way, but a low scoring game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that game. It's going to be an exciting game. So the next game, of course, or the second game on Sunday is going to be Rams at Seahawks. Rams are getting 2.5, and I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. I know that this is the third straight road game for the Rams, which is tough. It's 7 out of 9 road games, which is crazy for the Rams, but I think that they will be the victor in this game. The team split the 2 regular season games, both coming down to the wire. This one is to get to the Super Bowl. So this one, there's a lot more on the line. And I
Sure.
have more faith in Stafford than I do in Darnold. This is the number one scoring offense, the Rams, against the number one scoring defense, Seattle. So I just think that it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. I'm going with Stafford. Stafford's getting points. So Rams plus 2.5. Now the over under is 46.5. On this game, I'm going with the under 46.5. The last time these two played, it was a shootout, but there were a lot of turnovers and OT in that game, which resulted in easy scores.
Yeah.
So I'm going with a cleaner, lower scoring game. I just think Stafford will do his job, but I think it will be a low scoring game. So I'm going with Rams plus 2.5 and the under 46.5. What are your thoughts on this game, El Gato?
Well, the matchups are important. To your point, we'll start with the quarterback play. I think Stafford has the edge there. The last 2 games that these two teams played, I mean, Darnold was just a turnover machine, right? He turned it over in that game one, 3 or 4 interceptions, a fumble while in the pocket, put Seattle in a bad spot, and that's how the Rams won that first matchup. And then you go to the second matchup and kind of did the same, maybe 1 or 2 turnovers. Rams up by, I don't know, 16 or 18 there in the fourth quarter. At one point, they had a 98% chance of winning, and then Seattle just comes back with that special teams play, and then it just all turned there. Now, how did both teams get here? To your point, Rams have been on the road, seems like forever. They won a tough matchup, a wild card matchup at Carolina. back and forth game, and Stafford came through, and Puka came through, and the defense did what they did there at the end to stop the Panthers, and then they meet up with the Bears in that crazy game last week in the
Great
cold,
game.
frigid weather, and again Stafford did his thing, Puka did his thing also on some of those really tough third down pass conversions. The tight end spot for the Rams, I think, is better than the Patriots. Those two quality tight ends that the Rams have that can split the defense down the middle, right? And it creates those nice passing lanes for Stafford. Defensively, though, you know, can the Rams O line hold up against that tough defense that Seattle puts out there in the field? I mean, it seems like they're too deep on the defensive line. They just rotate those guys in and out, and they've got great secondary play. Let's see how they match up with the Rams wide receivers. It's going to be a tough environment there in Seattle. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go with the Rams pulling
Wow.
out a nail biter, right, with the points. And I'm going to go with the over. I'm thinking this is going to be
Oh,
one where it's going to be a continuation maybe of the last matchup where both teams are just going to throw some haymakers, have some big plays downfield. And, 46 and a half, you're looking at say a 27-20 game. I think that's doable in that environment. So I'm going to go with the over 46 and a half Rams at plus 2.5.
all
And
right.
hopefully we'll have the Patriots and the Rams in the Super Bowl. I don't know why I want that matchup, but that's the matchup I want.
Hey, I am hoping that you do get that. One other thing about the under, just I know you're going with the over, but Seattle actually runs more than they throw. So, like just like we said in the previous game, when the team runs the ball more or the teams run the ball more, it seems to be a more low-scoring game. So that would
Yeah.
be another argument that I make is Seattle
Okay.
does run the ball more than they throw. But yeah, I am rooting for you, El Gato.
We'll see.
I am.
I
Rams and
just think
Patriots.
I prefer both teams in, but if I can have at least one, I want to watch that Super Bowl super relaxed.
Super relaxed. Super relaxed.
Super
Hey,
relaxed.
speaking of Super Bowl, our podcast we're going to do on when we have our podcast party, which we'll record on the Friday before Super Bowl. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. We had that last year when it was that Eagles Chiefs matchup, and we went through our predictions there on the table while all our guests that evening, were looking at us like we were crazy, right?
Yep. Yep.
And look what happened. A slaughter happened. Wherever that game took place, but
Slaughter.
yeah, the defense for that Eagles that day. I mean, we said it in the podcast, right?
Yep.
The Chiefs were going to have issues with that Eagles defensive line, and sure enough, it did. So it should be a good little Super Bowl party, and we'll see what the
Yeah.
predictions turn out to be.
Yeah, I'm excited. And like you said, hopefully in that party you're so kick back, relax because both your teams have made it to the Super Bowl
There you
and
go.
you can collect.
Collect. I'll be like everyone that walks in. Collect, please. Pay the man. Pay the
Pay
man.
the man, pay the man. Hey, El Gato, any final thoughts?
Now I'm just looking forward to some great football tomorrow. It's kind of like what we had in the divisional round. Uh, most games were like very close games, very competitive games. But I mean, what do we expect in championship games? We expect the teams that earned the right to be in those games to perform well. Not get blown out, not make a whole lot of
Yeah,
mistakes. You know, a lot of fans like defensive battles. The chess match that is that type of game as a defensive. If you like defensive games, I like a kind of a mix of both. I like for defenses to perform well, but I also like seeing explosive plays downfield, big runs, big passes, and spectacular catches by the wide receivers. So I want a mix of both and
yeah.
make for a fun Sunday. We're going to be indoors, can't get out very much with this weather, so it should be fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's hope everyone stays safe because it seems like the whole entire country, at least most of it, is going to be impacted. So
Yeah,
everyone stay safe out there.
yeah.
You too, El Gato, stay nice and warm. Nice, get your hot chocolate ready.
Hot cocoa.
Hey, thanks to our listeners. Also hit the subscribe and like button on our YouTube channel. And make sure to join us. Like I said, in a couple of weeks, we're going to do our Super Bowl podcast. Hey, as always, thank you, Tel Gato, for being part of Five Picks and a Trick. One, two, three, bet. That's right.